everybody, it's the Last Robokai here, and welcome to episode 5 of Let's Play Dawn of War Winter Assault, the Order campaign. And this is the moment where the episode numbers drift away from the actual mission numbers, because we're going back to mission 4 again, because this time we're going to be completing it with the Eldar. And by completing it with the Eldar, we will then unlock the mission 5 for the Eldar, and then I'll play both the mission 5 for Imperial Guard and the Eldar. And joining me on this revisiting on a different side of the map is Cool Guy.
And I'm very angry about Eldar. Very angry. This is a prerequisite.
And this episode will only make him angrier, as I will
More
play the
likely.
Eldar to their most Eldariest. Aeldariest. Elfdariest. Let's get stuck straight in. Skipping the intro this time because it's time to hit that other button. This blew my mind.
They must be relocated to within that primitive psychic defensive shield.
Like, this is the weirdest thing back when I first did this mission, was like, oh my
We
god,
must make our way to the psychic gate.
I can switch between the factions that I'm playing as.
insane.
I could complete most of one's mission, put a save game there, complete that mission, then come back, do the mission as the other faction with like half the stuff already done, and complete it there as well. I won't be doing that for a very good reason, because that's just not as fun. And it gives me a chance to just show off what happens if you leave the Land Raider to its own devices. You can see it immediately started moving. We actually had a bit of time before it got kicking as the Imperial Guard to sort
This
of
position is the most
make a little bit of
ideal
progress.
location for our relocation. It is secluded and secure from ground assault.
Take a look at the requisition we've got for the Eldar as well. They don't skimp for this one. That is they give us everything we need to get started quickly.
I mean, you need to move quickly because of the extra relocation nonsense you have to do. The Imperial Guard just start rocking and rolling. You're in good shape, but the Eldar actually have a lot of extra hurdles that they need to go over.
Yeah. It is kind of funny though, because like the Imperial Guard Storm can't build any buildings. He just has to go around and requisition everything. Just over to our left is the Orc camp as well. I set up some things to like fight them off, but they never actually attack us. They'll just continually run for the Land Raider and ignore us for the entire time.
Well, at least it's consistent.
Yeah. No. Why fight the pansies when you can fight the Space Marines? And I'm building 2 of the upgrading shrines, because there are so many upgrades that some of them take quite a significant number of years to finish, because the Eldar are slow. So
That's a
least in
multiplayer
research.
thing you do as well, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah. Like the Eldar are unique in that way. I'm pretty sure no other race has to do that. The IG might. Because the IG also have a lot, but the IG are typically restrained by their economy rather than the.
Cleanse this chaos scum.
Yeah, that's not our problem anymore. Like,
Yeah,
it sounds
nope.
like a big fat load of your problem there, buddy.
it's kind of funny, because if left to its own devices, the Land Raider will mostly just chew through everything and never suffer any problems. They get a bit of a damage resistance buff when they're in the non-player controlled form, and like they will, if they take enough damage, stop, and the Land Raider will just start regenerating health.
Right, you say a bit, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 50%.
Yeah.
Like I remember looking at this pretty closely, just because the first time I hit that button and like the enormity of what they had designed into this scenario hit me. I was just like, holy crap. And the chaplain just immediately starts yelling about how he's got to go, and I'm just like, okay, well, I just wanted to see what happened. I literally just sat there for like half an hour to watch what happened, and at one point, he was just in a pressure cooker between a bunch of orcs from the south and a bunch of like non-trivially hardcore chaos units from the north. I'm talking like possessed marines and stuff. And they just kept dropping a whole bunch of assault terminators and dreadnoughts and all of this other like high tier stuff. and the Land Raider itself was just hanging in there.
Terms of the alliance. Leave, or I'll be forced to fire on you.
How did he see us?
The Eldar have been a knife in my gut for too long. Time to teach them the meaning of Imperial cleansing.
Yeah, I'm sure we would have been able to get along real easy with these guys if we talked about everything that was going on.
Yeah, no shit. I still maintain that if they had talked about it in enough detail, nobody would have been entirely happy, but nobody would have been entirely dead either.
Time to build my boys. Fire Dragon time. Love Fire Dragons. We've spoken about them a little bit in regular Dawn of War. These guys they just walk up, they blow up vehicles, and then they die because everything targets them. And that's how they work on the tabletop. That's how they work in Winter Assault.
Yeah.
And the best way to deploy them in Winter Assault is inside of a Falcon. So we've got Falcon grav tanks there, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be parking our Fire Dragons inside of it and just landing next to things and blowing them up.
It's worth noting on a somewhat related note to this IG going hostile thing, is that you do not actually have to go out and attack that Imperial base. Like you can just like go through the Orc camp and remain ostensibly allied with the Imperial Guard for a very long time in this mission. You will eventually have to go hostile with them, but like you can stick out there for a long time.
Yeah, you can be a knife in their gut for quite a while before they finally get secure.
As Stern puts it, yeah.
So there we go. We got number one. We will have to build another machine building eventually. Let's get all our boys in.
Cleanse this chaos scum.
We're gonna be hearing that a lot.
Yeah, like I had a similar problem with the first orc mission, first disorder mission that I'll talk about a little bit more when we get there. But like that is, if there's one thing that I could pull out as just annoying as hell and bad about Winter Assault, it is that total overuse of certain voice binds. It's just, it feels like nobody really tested it, simply because I feel like anybody trying to go through this mission even once would lose a few fuses in their brain and escalate that to QA.
Dear. Also, yes, the Falcon grav tank died to a Sentinel that was like slightly off screen. Thanks.
I was wondering what the hell happened there.
That's not the last time that Sentinel's gonna get his pound of flesh. He's gonna be he's gonna get me in a pretty funny way later.
Sentinels.txt, honestly.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I love these scrappy little chickens.
It is definitely Sentinels.txt.
So shall it be.
Yeah, so getting that spot is like part one of the plan. It's like a multi-stage movement adventure. And we're gonna get this up, and we're gonna move our base up here, and then we're gonna head over that wall to the north. There, we're not gonna walk around. We're gonna circumvent much of the Imperial defenses and continue to just land on their flanks, around their turrets, around their infantry emplacements, and just sort of clear a path, a gentle surgical strike up the flank.
This also by what's the word I'm looking for? Implication. Gets around almost all of the Orc and Chaos forces as well. Like the Eldar path forward on this is so incredibly Eldar. It hurts my soul to contemplate.
Yeah, but I do like it's an option. You can go in full force, shuriken catapults at the ready and everything like that, or you can play it quick.
These doors open.
Yeah, that's a mechanic we completely avoided before. Is that there are, if you're playing as Imperial Guard and you just let the Land Raider choose its path, it can get to these sort of points where you can make the journey a little shorter by capturing control points and opening the gates up. And of course, if you're not playing as them as the Eldar or in the Chaos and Orc version of this map, there will be a fellow there who will take a little bit of time to open it up.
It's overall still just a much bigger pain and a much bigger problem than just going up the side of the the side of the map the way Robokai did. Just as a note, like everybody
even
missed
having
nothing
to
except
herd the
frustration.
Land Raider as I did.
Yeah.
It was just such a better idea.
It really was. Like, oh hi.
Yeah, no, they've lost enough dudes. They're breaking out Dreadnoughts and Terminators.
Yep. It doesn't take long.
Dear.
It doesn't take long. Like, it looks like they're further along than they are. They're probably actually only like 1/4 of the way there at best. Like the Imperials take their pokey ass time, you know, moving up the map when you're playing Eldar.
Yeah, come on, everyone, get out of the way. I gotta move a base.
Yeah,
Gotta move
yeah.
a base, and the game isn't kind enough to just make you guys all leave when I try to place something down. And there it goes.
Finally.
The Sentinel just goes, haha, you were gonna build something, fuck you. And I can't really go marching around it. Yeah, I can't really go marching around there to deal with him either. Like, he's behind a significant
little
amount
bugger,
of...
isn't he?
Oh yeah. I love him.
I have nothing. Like, I'm not messing around with that. Like anybody who's that big of a pain in the ass, like you have to appreciate that level of dedication to your art of being an asshole.
Time to bust out the next part of the plan too.
Oh, this should be good. I'll be honest. Like I've never actually played the Eldar portion of this to completion. Like I mostly just sat back with a Coke and watched what was going on. I was just so captivated by what was happening.
Didn't even really need to move those shrines there. I don't know why I did. I guess I was still worried that the orcs were just gonna like eat my base or something, which they don't. Well, we're just not gonna see an orc. Orcs don't exist for the Eldar. I don't think I'm gonna see or fight anyone from Chaos either.
Just problems don't exist for the Eldar as a whole.
Yeah, just those things don't exist to me. I have no object permanence. What's a green skin? All humans look alike. I don't know. We're dancing down here.
The entire freaking universe of Warhammer 40k, even after all the garbage it has dumped on the Eldar, actually kind of loves Eldar and wants them to be happy, and it makes me angry.
Well, we can't all be winners.
Yeah, not all of us can be elves.
We can try though, and I'm doing my best.
I was actually on a little bit of a rant on before we got on this about the elf versus Eldar versus Eldari reference that like relatively recently. I don't remember precisely what year this was. There were a couple of renames that were done inside of Warhammer 40k to basically make things more copyrightable, which is as much as it's stylish to rag on copyright law and everything. Like, it's hard enough to make a living writing without people having a lot of clever ways to rip off your hard work. So like, I'm more sympathetic than a lot of people are to it, I think.
Yeah.
But
Games Workshop has a long history of like getting screwed on copyright by other people. I think we did mention the Lesser Chaos Gods. And also, they've been fighting against like a lot of people basically saying they're selling Games Workshop miniatures, but are actually just selling like really shitty bootlegs.
Right.
Like, so they've kind of got this, like, there is a reason why they're the way they are. Orcs are over there, I guess,
Okay.
maybe? I don't know.
That's,
Orcs aren't real.
that's probably orcs. It's probably pirates. It's probably orcs. But yeah, so as like I'm a little bit more sympathetic than your average internet nerd to that's definitely orcs to copyright stuff, but I still don't understand why they felt the need to rebrand the Eldar as the Eldari or something like. It's like 4 or 5 vowels in a row, and no human tongue can properly pronounce it anymore. And it's just like, please show me another mythos where Eldar were a thing, because I don't think that it was.
Wow, those are really large green Imperial Guardsmen.
Yeah, like perhaps
I'm not even going to say they're
noble
urban. They're
Imperial
just like
Guardsmen.
They're just very large guardsmen. Well, I'm just gonna ignore them. They're somebody else's problem.
The orc death noises are still so incredible to me. Like one of the things about orcs as a whole is that they were supposed to be they were supposed to be modeled after what amount to drunken soccer hooligans. That so the Manchester United soccer hooligans from England and everything like that, and it's just a brilliant bit of design that they managed to turn that into an entire army, and it just feels like somebody really remembered that origin when programming a lot of the orcs' sound design, because even when they're dying, it sounds like they're just sort of coughing up a beer that they drank too fast. Oh.
I also really like the warp spiders. I love their voice because they've got the little ethereal Eldar effect on their voices, but they've also got just like getting like tuned the crap out, so they're like their voices are just go, hey, I'll work this.
Little John is as an elf. That's basically a warp spider.
You gotta be a little unhinged to do what these guys do.
That you I'm pretty sure you have to have like not all of your soul left to be a veteran warp spider. Like it's a little bit like a veteran kamikaze pilot, in that you might get there, but in some very weird situation, but like you're losing part of yourself in that.
Doesn't look like there's any Imperial Guard we have to worry about here, so let's just have a quick cook-off and get our relic up. Even though I don't build an Avatar of Cain, I don't even know if I can build an Avatar of Cain for this particular one. I don't ever sort of like notice the button that lets me
I adore how close by the Land Raider is, and it just does not give a crap about this installation at all.
Yeah, you gotta move around. And this is like, no,
please, no, you guys are totally dead. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, they won't pursue you. I mean, I probably should have done that at least to kill the fucking Sentinel, because fuck that guy.
I mean, that's mostly just spite at this point. Like you're about to abandon that position anyway.
Objective sighted. Incoming enemy fire.
So, funny thing, apparently by telling them to infiltrate, I basically just, take that they instantly uninfiltrated. I thought it was like they would uninfiltrate if you, like, moved over there first, but, like, no.
Yeah, that's... yeah. Yeah, that's
because it happened the exact
silly.
Second.
I can definitely see where that's coming. Like, I even can see the code as to how that happened. Because it's just basically an avert action, and it'll do it the instant that you give the order rather than when they actually execute the action.
Yeah,
which
now
is
I've brought these
bug,
really crappy looking
basically.
chimeras up to fight us.
Wait, are they actually pursuing you all the way over there?
The war tracks are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine because I've got the Sea Council there, and they eat.
Yeah, that's good. Like, war tracks do not have armor in the traditional sense of things.
They're an open-top vehicle. Open-top vehicles on the tabletop are always basically, yeah, no, like you're gonna die.
Yeah, there is a pilot here, and they're gonna get sniped. They're just gonna get sniped. Just make your peace with that, and hope they kill enough points to replace them before that happens.
There's just something wonderful about building a webway gate and then like making your listing post invisible, so someone who goes up to capture just has to stand there while they get shot.
I just had all sorts of PTSD. You don't even understand.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Crusade makes infiltration like an upgrade that's just permanent. So like the only way you can deal with an infiltrated unit is if you've just got like someone who can see it around. So everyone finally gets the same treatment as Eldar buildings get.
I mean, it gets so bad that even with freaking Space Marine scout snipers, like scout snipers, if you get them out quick enough and you rush them enough, they can win you an entire game, not because they're actually killing things, but because they're going over and pissing on enemy workers enough that you can't get anything done without hearing like frickin' morale broken shouts and everything like that. Like, you just waste so much time micromanaging your goddamned workers that you get into a time deficit you can never make up.
Let's look at all that goddamn damage flying out. Love it.
Man, the Land Raider is moving quicker than I remember it.
Yeah, he's not bogged down at the moment, so he's having a nice old journey. He's gonna stop not too much further from here. Like, for whatever reason in this, it just like stops at a certain point. He goes, okay, I don't feel like actually doing anything anymore.
Yeah. Like, we've had a hard day.
Tired.
Everybody have a nap.
There we go. A new area cleaned out. Time to claim the flag.
At your service. Just as Falcon brought an artist to Eldar, we bring warriors to the front.
I love the
Okay.
Falcons. They spout fucking lore. They're basically like, here is deep Eldar lore from my vehicle.
Yeah, that, like, there's a lot that goes into that. Like, I don't know, a lot of that story isn't that interesting, and but that's possibly because I only remember bits and pieces of it. Like,
Things I will put up with, not you guys. Bye.
that Sentinel got away with it. You won't.
Yeah. the Sentinel got away with it. The Sentinel taught me some valuable lessons that I will continue to regret.
All right, mass relocation again.
Yep. Once it finishes pausing the game while it auto saves. Like, I'm so used to like things like that in games just making me like clench up, whereas like back in the day I just used to be used to it. I don't even need to move that. It's like I think I realized I'm like, what? No.
For whatever reason, one of the regressions in technology that we've made over the last 15-ish years is that autosaves now crash games way more often than they used to.
And uh-oh, what's happening here? What? Sentinel!
Oh,
no,
swear
Sentinel.
to freaking God!
Sentinel, he wasn't.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so I'm gonna lose that because I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like,
Are you serious?
I'm not gonna get some people there. I've tried. I literally tried, and I just was not fast enough. Look at this.
Like I hate Eldar, but I hurt seeing that. That is sneaky as hell. That is insane.
Just like dumping fire dragons directly on his head and murdering him and his entire family.
Like I that hurt watching that. Like
Yeah.
under any other circumstances, I would have laughed my ass off, but that kind of hurt.
Yeah, you're just getting all these memories of just things that have happened similar in this fucking game.
I mean, I've definitely had enough. The thing is that since a lot of this was so long ago, I don't even remember a lot of it truly. Like I remember their vague impressions of pain, suffering, and eternal silence as they were, but I couldn't tell you, a full coherent story of a lot of the things that I'm remembering here without lying to you. Like,
Yeah.
being completely honest is that'd be sort of like, I vaguely remember a time when there was an Eldar dude who trolled me around with that last hidden webway gate for like 30 minutes. I do remember this was a thing because I would have to spread out to try to find it, and then reconvene to eradicate it. And somewhere during that spread and collapse period, he would always get a goddamn bone singer through, and get another webway gate up. And he just trolled. There was no way he was gonna win, but he was just gonna do that garbage for like 30 minutes.
I mean, I won't lie. I have played Warcraft 3 with people where our sole experience was just building nothing but farms.
Yeah.
And so, like, the enemy would spend, like, a good 30 minutes, like, sitting there microing, building their forces up, because nobody who did that was, like, good at the game.
No.
And then they would come out and just, like, face a giant wall of just, like, nothing but farms. And, like, and they would just get so mad.
There's a funny, deep lore about that, by the way. The reason why people did that in Warcraft 3 specifically, when it was a terrible fucking idea, you would lose so much time and so many resources, is because it was enough of a good idea in Warcraft 2 when it came out that the official strategy guides would tell you that don't bother building walls, just build farms, because they came up quicker, they actually provided, and they were more durable than walls. So, like you could just put farms in these places. They fixed that for Warcraft 3, but most people didn't get the memo.
We just did it because we thought it was funny. I would spell out words with my farms. Like, I just once had, in very large arrangements, the word fuck in my base made out of farms, because remember, I was about 2 years old mentally.
I mean,
haven't
that's
got much
where I
older,
am
but-
currently, so, you know,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
still
just
giggling
like-
about it.
And like they would basically just come into my base and just find that, and it's just like, yeah, pretty much anything from here on in is just a victory for me.
I might see you lost at the end of this, but really, we all know who won.
Yeah.
Thermoplasma
Alright, so-
generators. Yeah.
One important facet of this mission is that we need to take care of those plasma generators, because
Yes,
they will
indeed.
powering the psychic gate. I don't like, that's such a weird, like, that's what it's called. It's just called the psychic gate, and I'm just like, okay, so does that mean it's like it uses technology to project a wall that's like uses psychers or something like what is the technology? How does this function? Like, because you've obviously got generators to make it work. Is there like a psyker there? Like, what's going on?
And why is it being powered by the Imperial Guard? Like they clearly knew nothing about this on their side.
Yeah, like, I'm just not sure. Did they set this up? Was this always here? Like,
I very quickly got to the point where I was like, quit asking questions. Just...
So I thought I'd just like try and be clever sneaky on this one, and just show you what happens if you try to be clever sneaky on this one, because it's actually kind of funny. And I don't know, too many people have probably tried to do this. I'd never tried to do this before now, so obviously I can't teleport there unless I have visibility. So I'm gonna get my ranges up.
Music here, then. Take me to where I may call forth the wraith bone.
And I'm just gonna try and swoosh right in, because it's like, hey,
Wraith
all you
boners.
gotta do is we just gotta get inside the gate, right? We gotta get inside the gate, and we gotta activate the thing. So here we go.
It's no problem.
Yeah, right, there you
Booyah.
go. Oh, instantly dead.
Yeah.
Unauthorized access not permitted. Termination initiated.
God, the portrait with that was absolutely perfect. It's just, I can just imagine this random Imperial Guardsman just sort of mean mugging at you as he sees you trying to cheat through.
Oh, get out of me house! What the fuck?
The craft world sings to me, and I shaped by fate just as we shall.
All right, so let's get up and do that. There is actually a step we need to do before we have to like build those generators. We gotta scout the location,
Craft world sings to me,
and I will not realize that. I'm sort of like jumping the gun based on memory. So I'm just like, well,
I really want to say a lot of words about how the Bone Singers need to say a lot fewer words in like every iteration of Dawn of War, but the entire duality of that just seems hypocritical as hell.
I've got one thing that I do, and that's pretty much it for me. Sorry, everybody, I'm boring. And my words are super long.
they're also just like, hey, we sing our song, I get it, you sing, shut the hell up.
Also, I didn't need to do this. Like, it seems like my brain just breaks intermittently, and I forget things like Bone Singer's teleport. Like, it's like, I'll move all my troops out of the way so that these guys can actually do what they're supposed to do. And it's like,
You need to move them anyway so they could do go do a thing called, you know, fighting.
Yeah, I do need to scout them ahead anyway. It is like the mission, so like even if I've accidentally done the correct thing, I've still done the correct thing. That's the story of my life. Oh, I love fire dragons. Look at them. Look at that! Look at that absolute pew, and I don't use this word that often, but that absolute Chad leg spread as they cock the melter pistol at their cock and the fusion gun, sorry, and they're just like, yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like they have full on ouch t-shirts. It's true. You can't deny.
It's the Virgin Dark Reaper versus the Chad Fire Dragon.
Definitely Chad Fire Dragons.
Because the Winter Assault Dark Reapers got fairly nerfed. They got quite a bit of a nerf here. They weren't as effective as they used to be. What a weird looking generator that is.
Honestly, like the urge for the player to build on there, I'm pretty sure is like, because thinking of like I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure the reason why they put IG stuff on there was because like the most appropriate thing thematically would be to put Eldar generators on there, but Eldar generators would make no sense because you'd expect to be able to capture them, and then you'd have to destroy them instead or something like that, right? So they put IG generators on there, regardless of how little sense that makes in the moment. Just so like mechanically, you have an okay experience with it.
Yeah, it's just it is what it is, and I'm happy.
It's one of those things where there's not really a great solution. Oh my god, that is so freaking weird. Like the thermoplasma generators for the Eldar just look so bizarre, no matter what angle you're looking at them from.
Because they're just diamonds on a spinny thing, and occasionally get zapped by something. I really feel like some of the design description for that was just make something that looks like it's doing something. It doesn't have to make sense. We'll just pretend it does.
I think the big thing that messes with me is that the architecture is what it is too grandiose to be Eldarish, you know, for lack of a better term, right? Because like there's a massive amount of wasted space in the middle of all of this, and I expect to see that on something like an Imperial structure, right? Wasted space is like their byword, but Eldar structures tend to be very sparse and conservative, and everything has a purpose, and. But there's just like this incredible amount of space in the middle of it. It's uncanny valley
for a spinning thingy.
Yeah, just random.
I don't know.
Random spinny thingy that is way too damn big for its own good.
Yeah, like the Imperial Guard ones are actually smaller. Which is funny. And now I'm like, okay, I put them all up. Something hasn't happened here. I probably should have checked my objectives in a moment. No, I actually just set these guys up instead. I actually just sort of realized.
You've got a big old beacon. Just start heading there. It's fine. Those turrets definitely have detectors, by the way.
Just name your target.
Or do they?
What the hell? That must have been added in Dark Crusade.
I think so, yeah.
Control of its defenses.
And there we go.
Well, we definitely did that.
And we also own the turrets now too. Yeah, so now they don't have a thing that blames me in the fucking skull when I teleport a bone singer through.
With haste, relocate the webway assembly inside the psychic gate.
I love that the bone singer's corpse is still in there.
We'll click the spirit stone in a moment.
I'm just really fixating on that corpse.
Yeah, just bam.
I'm sorry. Just I realize I should be a little bit more focused on what's going on, but just dang.
It's like
But they've
nobody's
been chilling
attacking
there for a
anybody
while.
anymore. Have you noticed that? It's like we've been in a weird state of peace for a little bit now.
Yeah, like they definitely don't seem to care that you're stealing their lunches.
They must be just bouncing off like a large, constantly reinforcing wall of guardsmen or something, and that's why.
I do appreciate, by the way, that in that exact one message, Webway has 2 capital W's instead of 1. Just a typo that has lasted 15 years, and a rebranding. Do you remember that? Do you remember that in like friggin' 2012 or something like that? Like the better part of a decade after these games came out. I'll have to save that story.
I hear the song of the celestial heavens, and the music is cacophonous. It is strange, but I find comfort in its dissonance. Writing the discord of the universal opus is what's given my people purpose, when, by all rights, we as a race should have collapsed in upon ourselves. Win or lose, this battle is already my victory, my triumph. It is now fate which decides whether I am there to celebrate that fact or not.
I'm gonna say, I like Taldeer. I like how fatalistic she is. She's got a very, very thorough understanding that the Eldar are a doomed species.
Yeah.
And that they just don't want to, like, sit there and wait to go. They're like, no, let's just keep going. Let's just keep doing. And for her life's work is dealing with the Necrons. That's a big part of her character. And she knows it's gonna kill her. Like, this is the thing.
Oh, yeah.
She's seen her death. She knows. Like, she casts the runes, and her doom gets closer every time. So she's not sure if the next fight is gonna be the one that kills her, but she knows inevitably this course that she's on is going to kill her.
I mean, that's very much the way that Eldar are written best, and like as much as I've said it before, as much as I don't like elves, I do like Eldar because I do like the way that Eldar are set up, because they are flawed, because everybody else in the universe says that they're flawed and blah blah blah. And Taldeer in particular is written extremely well, simply because in addition to being flawed, she has a self-awareness that she's flawed, which is, rare enough in Warhammer 40k. And the way that she handles that is an incredibly sensitive way of handling it. Is she basically became a poet. She like the way she speaks, the way she acts, the way she comports herself is all very poetic. Even insofar as, like, she pretty much just quoted Dylan Thomas with all of that. He's got the famous poem that starts out with, "Do not go gentle into that. Good night. Old age should burn and rave at the close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light." Like that stanza is basically Taldeer in a nutshell, and it's beautiful. It absolutely is beautiful.
She is the best Eldar character in all of the Dawn of War games.
She really is.
Dear, which is going to make what she does in her finale even funnier, but
yep.
that is for 2 episodes from now, because next time we'll be doing the Imperial Guard finale for Dawn of War's Winter Assault campaign on order. That was a mess soup spaghetti of words, and I don't think I put any of them in the correct order. But that'll be next time. I've been the Last Robokai.
And I have been Cool Guy.
And we'll see you in the first of many finales.
First question mark, hard question mark.